The winter season in this rural village brings the bustling Batala market to life. It is the primary center for trade, but under the rigid social architecture governed by the village elder, Rameshwar Pandit, there is a glaring omission in the crowd. Women are strictly forbidden from stepping foot inside the market. They cannot trade, they cannot buy, and they certainly cannot sell. For a young wife named Loki, this restriction sparks an innocent curiosity. She simply wants to look at the stalls. But her husband, Gopal, shuts the idea down immediately, fearing village gossip and public shame more than his wife's curiosity. A central ruling class weaponizes social shame to control men, enforcing strict economic dependence for women. This system looks flawless, but contains a fatal vulnerability. Its stability relies entirely on the men's continuous income. If that snaps, the whole structure falls apart. That vulnerability is exposed the day Gopal suffers a severe fall. His back is shattered, instantly incapacitating the family's sole breadwinner. The injury creates an immediate economic vacuum. With no savings and no alternative income stream allowed, Gopal and Lakshmi find themselves rapidly facing starvation. Desperate, Lakshmi tries to survive within the boundaries of the rules. She approaches the rulemaker, Rameshwar, begging for a short-term loan. He refuses her flat out. For Rameshwar, this refusal is a calculated punishment for her earlier curiosity about the market. This interaction reveals the ultimate flaw of this societal structure. The system demands absolute obedience from those on the margins, but provides zero safety net when that same system fails them. Lakshmi now faces an impossible binary choice dictated by her society. She can maintain her honor and starve, or she can survive through absolute disobedience. An older village woman named Borima intervenes with a pragmatic solution. She tells Loki to stop asking for permission and start growing her own vegetables. She shifts Loki's mindset toward controlling her own means of production. Growing food solves half the problem. To monetize the crop, Loki must commit the ultimate taboo and enter the male-only market. This conceptual scale illustrates the exact stakes of her decision. The scale weighs social honor against basic survival. Loki chooses to survive. Confronted by her bedridden husband and a furious Rameshwar, she refuses to back down, crushing social honor entirely. The leverage flips entirely. Rameshwar's threats and the village's gossip suddenly lose their teeth, because social shame cannot buy food. Loki crosses the threshold. She walks into the center of the Batala market, lays down her woven mat, and arranges her fresh vegetables for sale. While making her first few sales is important, the true tipping point happens when other women in the village observe her defiance. Sociologists refer to this as the first follower principle. Witnessing one person break a strict taboo and survive the social fallout shatters the perceived danger of the act for everyone else watching. This network node graph visualizes the resulting cascade effect. The other women, realizing the financial agencies suddenly available to them, immediately follow suit. The market is flooded with new female vendors. A taboo's power relies on a collective illusion of consequences. The moment economic viability proves the illusion false for one person, it collapses for everyone. The village market has evolved into a fully integrated hub. Dual-income families and female entrepreneurs now trade and work side by side, replacing the exclusionary environment of the past. Gopal, having recovered from his injury, undergoes his own ideological shift. He acknowledges the absurdity of his past enforcement and joins his wife at her stall, pledging to work alongside her. And Rameshwar Pandit is rendered completely powerless. He is left to stand on the periphery, forced to watch a society that no longer requires his permission to function. This simple village folktale mirrors a much broader, real-world principle regarding how marginalized groups actually achieve liberation. History shows that pleading with rulemakers for equality rarely produces lasting results. True progress is achieved when those on the margins build their own leverage by controlling capital and the means of production. Economic self-sufficiency renders oppressive cultural traditions obsolete. When the marginalized control their own production, the old rules lose their authority to govern.